Welcome to this new video and welcome to Goodwill Karting Olen. Today we are here to do some practice for my 8-hour endurance race that we're gonna do in about a few weeks time on the 9th of November. So the sessions have been quite busy lately, and yeah, that's not very good for practice, but at least we can try to overtake some backmarkers, and after a while we get a free air and we can try to push to set some good ass lap times. So let's dive straight into it. By the way, don't look at me counting all the cards to know which one I'm in. So we almost started at the back of the grid, so we're gonna have a lot of overtaking to do in this practice session.
Like bro, I can see everything. By the way, today we're filming with another GoPro because I forgot mine at home.
Small shout out to my brother, he borrowed me his cam, so he does not have any footage, but now I have. So I want to give a quick shout out, please go drop a sub on his channel, it will be linked in the description below. Now they're asking us to go full throttle, so you know what that means, the session's gonna begin. So we just came out of pit and already we have a backmarker right in front of us. My dad's in front of me, I decide to bump draft him, I'm smarter than that. He puts his thumb into the air, he's so happy that I bump draft him. Like, normally, okay, already a yellow flag. But most people who are really not experienced start to try to overtake on the first lap. I decided not to do so. I wanted to see his pace first, and before we can set good lap times, we always have to work together to get through traffic. So I didn't mind helping him just a little bit. And we already got up to new backmarkers as a blue flag. I decided to send it on both of them because my dad decided, like, I don't want to overtake these guys, but I want. So yeah, normally I would work together with him, but now yeah, I just got. By the way, about my left hand, that's not a normal thing. I'm trying to get rid of it, but I don't know why, but I always make like a weird fucking sign with my left hand when going into a right hander, I think. Okay, you get stopped by a backmarker. But so I do something weird with my left hand. I am doing it less and less every single time I'm coming here, especially when sessions go on. So I don't need any more comments on that. But here we're trying to overtake. This guy is very slow, so we can just send it, I guess, over here. Don't look at my hand, please don't. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's mostly in the first session, probably because I don't use my hands in the right way. Like, I don't put my hands in the right way. Like, you know, I'm used to a vertical steering, a horizontal steering wheel, and not to a round one, I guess. So most of the time my hands are positioned in a way different way. Okay. Now we already caught up to a next guy. He is not super slow, but he's just slow, I guess. We take the nice line over here. He decides to defend me. And you're gonna see in the next bits that I don't really like people defending me. Like, okay, when you are fast, you can defend me. But here we send it around the outside where you thought that it was not possible. But I guess it is possible. It's just straight up is. And just a little bit further into the session, into the lap actually, we finally meet up with another guy. He doesn't really know what the racing line is and he backs off. I go around the outside, but it's fine when people do it like that. They are not experienced, they don't know how to act when there's faster traffic coming, so I was actually quite happy with that. Now we finally get into some free air and now we can actually start pushing. So, were you really thinking that I was going to show you me doing some off laps? I'm not that boring. Like, I'm not the average guy who just shows you like the entire footage. And yeah, bro, I'm not like that. So we're gonna skip to an interesting part. So we have caught back up to another guy like a few laps later. He is going so slow through these corners. He does not even know that I'm there. I don't decide to send it. I just think like, okay, he has seen the blue flag and he goes off throttle. I bloody love that. And you're gonna see in another example later on that not all the people are like that. There are also some people who like always watch when you're going through the chicane. I like that a lot, to be honest. It always gives you a vibe like people are actually caring about what I do. They probably think I'm cool or something, and then yeah, then there are people with custom helmets and then I'm not that cool anymore, but still. So about a half a lap later we finally catch up to the next guys in front. They are going so slow through here. So I decided to take a nicer line, send it. That guy goes out of the way for me. I bloody love that. Not everyone's gonna do that. To be honest, I don't really know what those girls think. I know that like it's scary to drive a go-kart, but I've actually never heard anyone say that it was good to turn and brake at the same time. Like she did, like brake before the corner, I'd say. But you know, I love the effort. She also lets me through pretty okay. Like I was not on a push lap anyways because there was traffic, so it was okay. So you might think, why was I going to show you guys this bit of footage where it was like very fucking boring? And this is gonna be a great example of someone who is not aware of his area, and I'm gonna call him Average Steve. And Average Steve does not like me, I think. I have given him a little love tap, he doesn't know I'm there. He's going sliding through here. I slide as well because I'm an idiot. I think about a little move right here, but I also think like, okay, that's ridiculous. So I go for a better line here. He sees me. It can't be that he didn't see me, right? He didn't. He just doesn't let me through. Here he decides to actually take quite a decent line, but yeah, way off the ideal line. Here he goes super defensive. He knows that I'm there. Goes super defensive again. He looks right behind him still. Then yeah, then he has a way better exit because I just decide to overshoot the corner. And this is actually starting to annoy me. And you might think that it's gonna be some trouble later on in the lap. Yes, there will be. This guy almost kills another backmarker right in front of us. Going way too aggressive. Here he decides to send it down the inside. I follow through, but I at least look at where the other guy is. Bam! We touch again. I am so fucking angry. But okay, so we decide to keep on chasing them. Here he fucks up his line again, touches the barrier, meets barrier, not ideal. Here we finally catch up again, and here he decides to fuck it all up. So we go for the move. I think it's okay, and then he decides to T-bone me. Nice job, mate, nice job. And you might think, okay, that's it. Oh, that was the end of the duo card, and that was the end. So this is the guy from the disclaimer. I just saw it when editing that this guy was defending me like crazy and actually ended up being black flagged because I think he crashed with the duo card, and to be honest it's kind of ridiculous that he even tries to overtake a duo card at such place because there's a kid inside. And yeah, I don't know, when there are kids involved you really need to be even more careful than you already should be. Like, stay away from the kids. They are the next generation of go-karts. You don't need to make them scared. This is so not cool, and yeah, I advise you to never do that ever again because nobody likes you. Here I give him the little no. Now we're finally behind someone again. His awareness was not that great, but I don't really care. People don't have to let me pass, but I just want to get by. So here he decides to like fully turn. I decide to overtake him right here. I know that it might be a dangerous move on paper, but it really is not. As long as you perform it in a responsible kind of way, then you're fine. But people just need to realize that like you're closing into each other definitely. Like we both have to steer towards some kind of apex, I guess. Yeah, you're probably gonna touch if you're not a good driver, or if you don't really know how to at least drive side by side through small corners. And here we almost crash with the guy in front, but luckily he's aware, I'm aware, I leave him a little bit of space on the exit. Now there's another guy who's just fully unaware about its surroundings. But you know, there are some people who do it like on purpose, and yet the people who do it by accident. And the people who do it on purpose are really annoying. This guy was not doing it on purpose. I think I also overtook him pretty smoothly through that. He also thinks like, oh my god, there's a kid overtaking me. Like, what the fuck? I'm driving the car. I have my driving license. Like, he shouldn't be driving like that, bro. He's driving too fast. Yeah, I know, because I'm Gingeroo. I'm fast as fuck. Like, come meet me, bro. But that was the end of the first session. And here are the results. So we did manage to drive a 53.240. I know that it seems kind of slow, but the grip was very low that day. The fastest time at that moment was a 52.0 by quite a fast driver. So I think we can be happy with that. So this is our second session, and in this one we start a little bit more to the front, so that will be positive for our lap times. Maybe we can find some more improvements. My dad is still starting right in front of me. So let's see what the first lap has in store for us. So me and my dad are catching up to the guys in front again. I have decided to not overtake my dad immediately like I would do normally. This guy just decided to spin. I don't overtake my dad overtakes the guy. I go around the outside, which is actually pretty clean around there. I was scared for him to send it again, so I went a little bit more deep. Then my dad goes very deep and he lets go of the gas. So we are in front for now. And here we finally caught up again to someone else. This guy almost half spins, puts his hand in the air and lets me through, I think. Or maybe that's his new race line, I don't really know. So after about 2 laps we finally managed to catch up again to a group of Backmarkers. This is crucial to actually... Oh, this guy just decides to stop in the middle of the corner. I bumped him, I'm very sorry, but... yeah, that's just the way life goes sometimes. Sometimes you just get bumped and sometimes you get... okay. Okay. So now we are behind this guy, but I don't really know what I have to think about him. Like, he keeps on looking behind him, so I don't know if he's wanting to let me pass, but here he actually lets me pass. I have such big ball. Okay, maybe I should not say that on a YouTube video, but that was a clean, nice overtake with a lot of balls required. And it only took me like about 10 seconds to finally catch up to another guy. This guy, very aware, very nice to overtake. And now I'm just gonna show you guys like a few laps with me around the track.
What music are you into? I like this. It's very grown
now
up.
you guys are probably thinking, what kind of meaning is he going to use in this situation? And I had a few choices, not gonna lie. First one, okay, I know that won't be a little bit too easy, but now a classic.
Oh, you can't park there. You gonna tell him, Corey?
Hey, you can't park
No, you said
there.
that. Tell him.
Okay, last one, I promise.
Oh no, I'm stuck. Step bro, come help me.
Alright, now we can go on with the rest of my life. So I am chasing this guy right in front of me. And this guy is gonna pass me. No trouble. Because he goes out of the way. I don't know if he missed his braking point, but he goes out of the way. So I thought that this overtake was gonna be easy peasy lemon squeezy, but then this guy decides to go and battle me. He defends. Okay, fair enough. He parks on there. I hit him in the back. He decides to brake for this corner, which can take full throttle. Then he lifts off again. I touch him again. He sees me. He brakes. That's one lap ruined because of this guy holding me back. But no worries. To be honest, for the remainder of the session, I was just doing hot lap after hot lap after hot lap. I was improving my time. I think I did a 52.6. But then, after a little while, we finally got to meet some new people again on the track, and then this happened. So we are heading into the last lap of this practice session, and we got to meet two new people. Here he decides to brake, so I have to react. I overtake him. I go for the move. This guy spins. I hit him, he spins into me, and I almost get fucking killed by that. This is what I mean by backmarker chaos. This guy also just decides to keep on driving. Like, he sees that I'm wearing a fancy suit. And I'm wearing a fancy suit and shit, so I don't know why I should go. Then this guy decides to defend me like a lion. Shouldn't he be? Dutch decides to defend again. I think, okay, I'm not gonna go for the overtake here. That's not fair. By the way, you have to let someone through. Okay, he decides to brake test me again. I think he thinks that I want to overtake him, but I mean, it's the last session, so I think, like, go, mate, you can go. But this was so fucking slow, mate. I know it's the end of the session, you shouldn't be pushing me, but you can get into the pit lane without being faster by walking. So that was the end of the session, and these were the results. So we do actually manage to improve our time by about 6/10, which is quite significant. I don't know what happened. I think that the kart was just way better, and I haven't driven in a while here, so maybe that also helped. This guy was the guy who had the fastest lap at the moment when I was driving of the day, so that was pretty good, I think. His name sounds familiar to me. I don't know where from. So 6/10 off is not that bad. I mean, 5.5 if you're... Yeah, but okay, that was actually a pretty good session. We improved a lot, and now on to the next one. By the way, do you guys see that? Like a 1.7. How do you do a 1.7? Like, when I started go-karting, my slowest time ever, I think, around this track was a 59 or something. So this guy is even bad in being worse than me. So this session is about to start. This time we start in front, which is very nice because that this guy fails to start me. Okay, that means that we can try and overtake later on in the session, and now we can just focus on driving cleanly and trying to pass my dad before he's going to ruin my lap time. So we have caught up to him, and he immediately decides to let me pass when I go next to him. That's very nice of him. You know, we are both here to practice. We don't need to race, and we don't need to ruin each other's qualifying laps. I also set him a goal to hit a 53 at least, because that's something we can work with. Like when you're doing like lap times like 54, we can't really use that, you know. Like in our team, we are a very competitive team, and with competitive I mean competitive to each other. Like we are most of the time in about 2/10 of each other, the entire group of 6 people. Or at least when we did endurance, we were with 3 people during the 3-hour endurance, and we were pretty close to each other. Even with some things like I don't know, sickness, illness, bad visibility, we still were pretty close to each other, and we do form a competitive team. So I think that we can try and deliver some great work in the 8-hour endurance in about a month. So I know, very nice transition. Now we're in the back of this guy. He does some kind of handstand, and we go around the outside. Super aggressive, way too aggressive in my opinion. I think I also say like, okay, that was a little bit too aggressive. I shouldn't be doing that. But it was nice. It was a nice overtake, and to be honest, it's a nice skill to learn to get past traffic, because in the endurance race there's also gonna be some slower traffic, and you need to deal with it, because otherwise you're gonna lose a lot of lap time. And especially when you're not aggressive enough, you're gonna get stuck behind the slow guys and lose a lot of lap time. And you know, like 1 or 2 tenths does not seem much, but when you have like a problem with a backmarker every lap, and you lose an extra 1.1 or 2 tenths on a backmarker because you're not being aggressive enough, then you might need to change your approach, not gonna lie. So we are in the back of that guy. I give him a little love tap, and he decides to let me through. That's very nice. And this guy has the awareness of a peanut. He decides to defend actually. We tried to overtake him. Actually, that was illegal for me. I'm sorry, but I don't know what he was doing. I thought that he was going to slow down, but apparently he didn't. So here we go again, very aggressive move, like I should not be overtaking around here. I don't do that this time, he appreciates it. Because, you know, I can overtake him right there, but that's so stupid. Like, you are going to crash. This guy decides also just to defend me, but I have the awareness of not, at least not a peanut. So I decide to go around him. And now you're actually gonna see my fastest lap time of the whole entire day. So we do get a really nice exit out of there. You always need to try hit both apexes, that's what helps for me at least. Here I use some trail braking to have good rotation and to get a kind of good exit out of the corner. Here my braking point is that silver-ish mark on the ground. Here I almost didn't see a fucking shit, a single shit, because the sun was shining so bright. Here I try to use my slow in fast out approach, which actually helps quite a lot at this track, not gonna lie. It just helps at that section because the section is so slippery. Here I always stay at the middle, hit both apexes, go to the outside, and here it's a principle of outside, middle, inside, outside. I don't know what I'm saying. But that was my hot lap, and my hot lap was a 52.439, which was actually a pretty good lap time. Here we meet another back marker, we pass him very straightforward, but we don't get to set another lap time because it was the end of the session. And even though I think that my lap time now was maybe a little bit better than what I did before, this guy was going to block me anyways, so it didn't matter at the end after all. To be honest, I'm quite happy with all the progress I made. Back in, I think, August, I didn't even manage to set a 53.0. So we did manage to improve. This was my fastest lap time at this place ever, so I guess that I'm doing something right. I'm very happy with that lap time. I'm very happy with the sessions, even though they were filled with a lot of people who have like the awareness of a peanut. It was still pretty okay. I had some good fun and I did some clean overtakes, so I'm very happy. This is the first time that I do this kind of content where I just react to my footage with some memes in it. I try to keep it fun, but I'd like some feedback, you know. If you like it, please let me know. Here we see the timing screen. We can see that I'm pretty happy with that. So please give me some feedback. Do you guys like this, or should I go back to my old format of just doing memes with the overtakes and no real commentary? Yeah, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.